Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we're going to be looking at something very unique, something I feel very fortunate to get my hands on, really. It's a bottle of BrewDog's Hello. My name is Ingrid. It's an 8.2% ABV double IPA. This was brewed for the Swedish market. I know the guys at Beer Sweden TV were responsible for the brewing of this beer. It's a double IPA brewed with three of the hops used in BrewDog's IPA is Dead series, but thankfully not the one what I hate, so right chase. It's using Citra, Nelson Sauvin and Bramlin Cross, so hops from America, New Zealand and the UK. But it's also, I guess the unique element of this is it uses Scandinavian cloudberries. I don't think I've ever had cloudberries before. I think my only experience of them is I think you're offered it along with your Swedish meatballs in IKEA. That is my only experience with cloudberries anyway. Let's get this in a glass. I've got my BrewDog Teku glass, supposedly the best beer tasting glass in the world. I think it was designed by an Italian guy. Anyway, lightly filtered, as you usually get with a BrewDog bottle. Really interesting, that. Quite dark actually. I'm holding up to the light. I'd say quite a dark amber. Nicely filtered. Maybe a touch of hop haze, maybe. But yeah, dark amber, heading towards a chestnut colour. Maybe similar colour to, I think Hardcore IPA's got a similar colour. Maybe a little bit darker this. A nice tight head of off-white, maybe eggshell coloured head. Anyway, I'm going to give this a sniff, so I'm sure this is going to be really interesting. I'm getting a little waft then actually. Anyway. That really reminds me of two BrewDog beers straight off. Hardcore IPA without a doubt, and also, regrettably, it reminds me of Royal Virility Performance. It's the mustiness that I'm seem to be getting in a lot of BrewDog beers recently. But alongside that, there's a real serious sweetness. Quite a strong toffee smell. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's this. It must be the hops that BrewDog are using at the moment. It's leaving this really musty, not the best hop quality smell, especially when you've got something like Citra and Nelson Sauvin. And actually, when you think about it, Bramlin Cross has got a really distinct kind of hedgerow berry quality. Citra, lovely, lively, kind of vital, lemony kind of quality, and also Nelson Sauvin with that beautiful passion fruit quality. But it's all lost in there, to be honest. It's a bit jammy. I just got a bit like raspberry jam, but that mustiness, I just don't like. I really don't like it. And I don't know if it's just when hops clash, and it produces an aroma which is a bit messy. It's like when you mix paint, I guess. If you put blue and orange and green and black all together, you'll get a bit of a weird brown, kind of purpley colour. And I think that's what's happening with the scent on this beer. Anyway, it's not smelling great. Anyway, cheers. Let's have a taste and see if it tastes better than it smells. Initial thoughts. Weird. It's a bit weird, that. It's a bit weird. Initially, I think you get a lot of Bramlin Cross. Blackberries. Raspberries. When was this bottled? It's batch 303. It's best before August 2012. So it must be the most recent batch, I presume it is, because it's only just become available to me. But yeah, that initial flavour is of kind of hedgerow berries, British berries, and then which I'd say definitely raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries. Then it does improve a bit when the hops come in. They're slightly harsh, very resinous. Loads of grapefruit. It's a double IPA, definitely. It's got a lot of similarities to hardcore IPA, definitely. But personally, I think it's got all the worst characteristics of hardcore. It's got the heavy side of it, which I think put me off double IPA for a long time. Heavy, chewy kind of malts, really heavy toffee, quite very sweet as well. This is very sweet. Anyway, I'm going to sip this for a while, and I'll come back and kind of continue my opinion on. My name is Ingrid from BrewDog. It's got me puzzled a bit at the moment. So I'm back with a bit more of BrewDog. My name is Ingrid. Pour the rest in. I'm not sold on this at all. It's not as weird and musty as Royal Virility Performance was. And as a double IPA, I think it works to a point. But I don't know what's going on. A bit of a precursor. I love Punk IPA, and on keg is out of this world. Same again. 5am saying probably one of my favourite beers, if not my favourite beer, especially on keg. It's amazing. It is amazing. And I want this to be good. I like the guys from Beer Sweden TV. I think they're really entertaining couple of chaps, but I want this beer to be better than it is. And I don't know what's going on with BrewDog at the moment. The bottles are mediocre. They seem a bit caught up in doing specials and revivals, and I don't know what's going on. I'm a bit frustrated, to be honest, because I've got a lot of time for BrewDog, but equally I am as kind of tired as all their stunts. There's this one most recently, this Ghost Deer or something, Deer Ghost something, whatever it is. It's a stunt. I'm getting a bit bored of it, and I wanted to get down to brewing really good beers, and I think this is the byproduct of that lack of attention. It's just not a great double IPA. I've got a bottle of Maharaja in my fridge. I'm not expecting it to be as good as that, because that's maybe one of the best double IPAs in the world. And admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan of big double chewy double IPAs, but at 8.2 it shouldn't be that big, and it shouldn't be that big and messy and chewy and oversweet. It should have a bit more balance. It should, with the hops they've got in it, Citra and Nelson Sauvin, but Bramley Cross, but Citra and Nelson Sauvin got fantastic aromas, really distinct aromas. But is there something going on there? If you pick two specific aromas and try and make them sit together, does it work? Because I'm a home brewer, and quite a novice home brewer at that. And this is one thing that goes through my mind, I guess. I try and figure out, will this go with that? I'm planning on brewing a beer on Sunday, and it's probably going to have Citra and Amarillo in it. I've heard of a couple of beers. I know one, Chris on Beer Geek Nation reviewed one recently. I think it's the Kern River Citra that uses Amarillo and Citra. As did the guys at Hawkshead. They did I think it was Citarillo, something like that, and I'm sure that was fantastic. They brew really good beers, and that was probably about 4.5%, something like that. But I'm going to brew like 6.3% pale ale, and I don't know what hops to use. But you think, what hops don't go together? So does Citra and Amarillo go together? I hope so. Centennial and Chinook, probably a very good match, and things like that. But is this what happens when hop combinations go wrong? I'm not saying it's a bad beer, it's just not a beer for me. The aroma should be better. It's weird. It's got an odd sweet jammy quality. And from Bramley Cross, Citra and Nelson Sauvin, I want tropical fruits. I want peach. I want mango. I definitely want grapefruit. I want some kind of pithy orange, that kind of thing. And this is certainly not delivering that. And I paid like £3 odd for this bottle, and I was quite geared up. I was quite excited about having it because it's quite a rare beer, a sophisticated Bergman-esque beer. I don't do these kind of reviews very often because I like to think I buy good beer. I'm not gonna waste my money on beers that are substandard, and it's BrewDog, and I've watched all the reviews of this, and people, and especially on Beer Sweden TV, I mean, I'm not affiliated with BrewDog, but it can make me excited about this beer, and it just really doesn't deliver. It delivers the worst of what I've had from BrewDog, and that is probably Royal Realty Performance. It's a mess. I'm not saying this is a mess. It's a step up from that. But I tell you, why should an 8.2% ABV IPA taste like something that's trying to be about 11%? It's got all those musty, tired, chewy malt qualities. Like you're finding a beer that has been trying to be pushed too far. That is 8.2%. There should be a load of hop profile in there. It should be still lively and fragrant and zesty and full of citrus, but it's not. It's dank, it's musty, and it's a bit of a letdown. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm let down, and I'm going to finish it. I don't think I'm going to finish off cooking. I don't think I'm going to struggle that much finishing it. But it's not as good as it could have been, and it's not as good as it should be. I mean, the ingredients are there. You've got hops and you've got malt. I've got hops and malt in there. I'll pull hops out of my bag in there, and they won't be as fresh and amazing as you'll get in a brewery. But I hope I can maintain more of the distinctive aromas and flavours of those specific hops than this has. And I'm not being big-headed saying that. I'm just disappointed. I'm a disappointed fan of BrewDog. Anyway, it's a unique one for me. My name is Ingrid from BrewDog, 8.2% double IPA. It doesn't fulfill the hype, and I'm disappointed. Anyway, I'll see you next time, I guess, and hopefully I won't be so disappointed. Anyway, cheers.